Hey movie fans, I'm your host Gert Hemming. This is your favorite channel, Retro Movie Palace. We're going to take you back and take a look at a classic, Beverly Hills Cop. Who doesn't remember Axel Foley? Who doesn't remember Eddie Murphy? Some of you may not. Some of you may be a little bit younger, have not seen. Some of you may have seen it 10, 20 times. You know, for those who do not know, and for those who want to recap, Nick, tell us about Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop is a fun 1984 movie about a smart detective named Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy, who goes to Beverly Hills to solve his friend's murder. The film, directed by Martin Brest, features actors like Judge Reinhold, John Ashton, Ronnie Cox, and Lisa Eilbacher in crucial roles. It was shot in the 80s and produced by a team led by Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson. The story follows Axel as he navigates through the posh streets of Beverly Hills, encountering both comedy and action along the way. Before moving next, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So, let's move to the plot summary. When the movie starts, we meet Axel Foley, a detective in Detroit, who's not a fan of wearing uniforms. So, he's working on this undercover mission, kind of a secret operation. But guess what? Things take a terrible turn, because two cops in uniforms show up and mess everything up. A crazy fast chase around the city, breaking things left and right. Axel's boss, Inspector Todd, is not happy at all. He gives Axel a severe talking to, saying he messed up big time with his risky moves. Todd even throws in a threat: "Clean up your act, Axel, or you're out of a job." So when Axel returns to his place, he discovers someone's busted into his apartment. It turns out it's his old buddy Mikey, who did some time for a car theft they pulled off in the day. Mikey's got this gig as a security guard in fancy Beverly Hills, thanks to their mutual friend Jenny. Mikey spills the beans about having these German bonds, and Axel's like, "How did you get these, man?" But Axel decides not to grill him about it. Later, after hitting the bar, they head back to Axel's pad, and here's where things take a dark turn. Zach and Casey show up, knock Axel out, and start grilling Mikey about those bonds. It gets ugly. They end up killing poor Mikey right there, and it is a tough night for Axel, losing an old friend like that. Axel wants to dig into Mikey's murder, but his boss, Inspector Todd, shuts it down because they're tight buds. Not letting that stop him, Axel pulls a sneaky move. He pretends he needs a break and heads off to Beverly Hills on his detective mission. There, he bumps into Jenny working at an art gallery and starts putting the puzzle pieces together. It turns out that Mikey had some connections with Victor Maitland, the gallery owner. Being the crafty guy, Axel shows up at Maitland's office pretending to be a flower delivery guy, thinking he can squeeze some info out of him. Well, that plan takes a nosedive when Maitland's muscle tosses Axel out a window and, to add insult to injury, gets him arrested for trespassing. Axel's in for a wild ride trying to crack this case. So, at the local police station, Lieutenant Andrew Bogomil gives Sergeant John Taggart and Detective Billy Rosewood the job of keeping tabs on Axel. It starts pretty embarrassing and funny, with Axel playing a prank on them by messing with their car. It's not the best first impression, and Taggart and Billy are not exactly Axel's most prominent fans right away. However, things take a turn when they all end up working together to stop a robbery at a strip joint. That crazy experience kind of breaks the ice, and slowly but surely, they start to respect each other. It's like the start of an unlikely buddy cop trio, with a mix of humor and action. So, Axel's detective journey continues, and he sneaks into one of Maitland's warehouses, where he stumbles upon crates filled with coffee grounds. Axel's got a hunch. He thinks these grounds cover the smell of drugs, a trick to fool police dogs. But that's not all. He notices a bunch of Maitland's crates haven't gone through customs, raising some serious red flags. Axel tries to warn Lieutenant Bogomil that Maitland might be into smuggling, but the police chief, Hubbard, who's caught wind of Axel's not-so-by-the-book moves, orders him to hit the road. Being the smooth talker, Axel convinces Billy to ditch the boss's orders and instead pick up Jenny. They head back to the warehouse, expecting a shady shipment to roll in that day. The plot thickens as Axel's instincts lead them deeper into the mystery. Axel and Jenny pull off a risky move by breaking into the warehouse and uncovering a stash of cocaine hidden in a crate. But before Axel can spill the beans to Billy, Maitland walks in with his buddies Zach and Casey. Things take a nasty turn as Maitland snatches Jenny and leaves Axel with a deadly order. Time for him to meet his maker. Zach spills the beans that he's the one who offed Mikey. Just when things look grim, Billy comes in, guns blazing, to the rescue. A quick shootout follows, and Billy manages to take down Casey, saving Axel from the brink. It's a close call, but our detective duo is hanging on by a thread, ready to face whatever comes next in this high-stakes game. Taggart catches up with Axel and Billy at Maitland's fancy estate, and the trio forms an unlikely alliance to rescue Jenny and take down the bad guys. They go all-action hero, taking out Maitland's henchmen, including Zach. With an assist from Bogomil, Axel delivers the final blow, ending Maitland's evil plans and saving Jenny. But the drama doesn't end there. As the smooth operator, Bogomil spins a tale to the chief that covers everyone's tracks without tarnishing the Beverly Hills PD's rep. Axel, realizing his Detroit PD job might be toast after his vacation antics, asks Bogomil to smooth things over with Inspector Todd. As a parting offer, Axel hints at becoming a private eye in Beverly Hills, and Bogomil nervously agrees to help him start fresh. Later, Taggart and Billy show up as Axel checks out of his hotel, footing the bill and sharing a farewell drink. It's a wrap on this wild adventure, with Axel and his newfound Beverly Hills buddies raising a glass to whatever comes next. A box office achievement and generational milestone. The debut film in the Beverly Hills Cop series skyrocketed Eddie Murphy to global fame, bagging the People's Choice Award for Favorite Motion Picture and securing nominations for the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, and the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay in 1985. It was a massive hit, not just critically acclaimed, earning a whopping $234 million at the domestic box office in the United States alone, making it the highest-grossing film of 1984. This success wasn't limited to the US. It also made a significant impact internationally. The film's box office triumph, coupled with positive reviews, marked a generational milestone, establishing itself as one of the standout releases of its time. Let's explore how this cinematic gem continues to leave an indelible mark on audiences. Number 1. Eddie Murphy shines as Detroit detective Axel Foley in this action comedy that propelled him to superstardom. Directed by Martin Brest and produced by Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, the film skillfully blends laughs and thrills, establishing the action comedy genre as an 80s standout. Murphy's charisma and the iconic soundtrack, including Axel F, make this film a generational milestone. Rating: 8 out of 10. Number 2. Directed by Martin Brest and produced by Simpson and Bruckheimer, Beverly Hills Cop introduces Eddie Murphy as rule-dodging cop, Axel Foley. Murphy's infectious energy and comedic timing elevate it despite its commercial feel. The clash of cultures and witty commentary on police methods add depth, making it a standout 80s classic. Rating: 8 out of 10. Number 3. In this action-packed comedy, Eddie Murphy takes center stage as Detroit cop Axel Foley. The film, directed by Martin Brest, balances laughs and thrills, showcasing Murphy's comedic prowess. Despite minor setbacks, Murphy's star power, thrilling stunts, and iconic synth score make it a quintessential 80s classic. Rating: 8 out of 10. Number 4. Beverly Hills Cop was far better than expected. Initially hesitant, assuming it was a slapstick comedy, the film pleasantly surprised me with genuine humor, entertaining action, and fantastic stunts. Eddie Murphy's performance as Axel Foley was outstanding, bringing charisma and laughs. The characters' amusing situations and Foley's practical jokes added to the fun. The engaging story and a fabulous 80s soundtrack made it a delightful and unexpected watch. Rating: 7 out of 10. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, click the like and the bell buttons. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.